Well, as long as my head's there. We are liars. So, hello everyone, and if you're watching, hopefully you enjoy what we have to say tonight. We've decided to kind of change up things, and instead of talking what we've been talking about, we're going to talk about other stuff and basically how we're dealing with this year, and now that we're into the 6th month, and basically just letting you know our thoughts about what we've heard on the news and go from there. Like the basic thing that's going on right now, yes, we are coping with the virus situation, which we don't really go out much, but when we do, we are taking precautions and staying 6 feet away from everybody and not having to worry about not being able to buy things. I mean, everything we've gone to buy and stuff, we've been able to get it and stuff, although in limited quantities.
Yeah,
but that's normal.
Yeah, I think we see a lot of people go in the store with shopping carts, counting toilet paper.
Oh yeah, we've seen it here and stuff. Still taking toilet paper, even though they put a limit on it and stuff. So I don't know how they're getting around it when it says limit of 2.
I just think it's crazy how people buy that much. What do they rack up a credit card because nobody in the right mind will buy that much toilet paper?
It's either that or they don't have anyone or anything to use their money on, so they just buy everything up. But let's see.
One thing I want to stress about, like I try to stress every day, and I know it might sound like a broken record, but sometimes I go live, sometimes we're live together. No offense, I'm just really tired of all the negative drama, the negative comments. I'm thinking that YouTube is a positive place, not a negative place. So, I'm just looking for more positive comments from you guys, none of this negative stuff. And I'm not trying to be mean, but if I see any more of this negative stuff, it will be blocked.
Well, that's like I tell them. I mean, if there's something that you would like to hear us talk about, or if there's videos you'd like to see us make, let us know. I mean, we're still new to all this, even though we have had the account for 10 years, like we've been told numerous times and stuff, but we're still learning how to do a lot of things. And in this place that we live in and stuff, we can't really do a lot. So it's kind of hard. And we don't live in a big city where we can go to museums or theme parks or everything on a daily basis when the world's in normal and stuff, not in pandemic mode. But we are so limited on what we can do around here that it's hard for us to make videos. And we've told everybody that in our about page on here and stuff, that we're just starting out, and when we can make videos, we will. But I mean, we don't like people coming in and bad mouthing us about other things and stuff. What happens on our channel is about us, not what's said on other people's channels or about anybody else or whatever.
And I just want you to know, all my videos, they're fresh, not stolen,
not borrowed.
Not borrowed either. No, mine are fresh. All mine videos are original. If you guys don't believe that, there, you got my videos. This is it. Not one that has been stolen, and I don't use links or borrowed any of that stuff. So I just want you to know that. They're all original.
But now back to what I was kind of say is, like, with the things that are happening this year, with all the violence that's been going on and stuff, the murders by police officers. Yes, I get everybody's going around saying Black Lives Matter. And no, I'm not racist. I'm not saying that they don't matter and stuff. So don't go saying that that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that people need to take into consideration that everybody's lives matter. Not all police officers are horrible. I mean, there are some good cops out there. And with some of these parents that go to protests, and stuff, they are telling their children, oh, the police are bad, they're here to hurt us and all this stuff. Not all cops are out there to hurt you. So maybe we need to start thinking, besides just saying Black Lives Matter right now, children's lives matter. Children are dealing with so much right now with no school, the virus that could potentially kill people. Now with the protests and worrying about whether a cop's out to kill them or whatever, because that's what their parents have told them. we need to be thinking about how to protect them so that they don't need therapy later in life because of what they've been taught. Let's start thinking of them how everybody's lives matter. And like I said, I'm not racist. I'm not saying it's a good thing that cops go out and kill people and stuff. But with some of these deaths of Black people, not all of them were killed by a cop. Like one and stuff that I read about, he was out jogging. He was killed by just 2 white men. They weren't cops. They were just residents of that area that took it upon themselves to deliver justice. And now they have to deal with it. I mean, I think that's wrong. Everybody's blaming the cops for these deaths, and not all of them are at the hands of cops.
I think cops are funny, you know, not to mention this. I think cops are so funny. Remember what I was talking about earlier, you know, they're like so fast to arrest you. It's blink an eye to arrest you. But when time to be taken out, you gotta go through like tons of paperwork, and it's like 2 hours later you're finally free. You know, and plus which I think cops out there, they arrest you for the dumbest thing, you know. But yet, just so they get a little code in there, that's what makes them happy. You know, just like snap of the finger, up, you're arrested, you're arrested, you're arrested. I wish, you know, you could get out that easy. Well, I wish I was like that easy.
Trying to X out something on my phone. Thing's haunted. Sorry about that, people. I did not mean to play something on my phone. It's got a mind of its own.
You ever have a phone that has a mind of its own? We do.
But
anyway,
back to protecting children and stuff, and anybody in general, really, with trying to make it right for everybody in the world. Yeah, like I said, we don't need to be like with the cops and stuff. They don't need to be treating the Black people the way they do. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But given the situation ever since 2016, when the last election was, yes, I get we don't need illegal immigrants living in the United States taking our jobs and our money away from us. But we don't need to separate parents from their children. Any child born here in America is a legal citizen. And by rights, their parents should be allowed to stay too, but given the citizenship test so that they can remain here in the country. Most of the people and stuff that have been taken away because of being illegal immigrants, I think that's horrible, being separated from their kids, and then their kids are treated poorly and stuff. How is that any better than what's going on right now with all these protests to protect Black people? I don't think any child should be ever separated from their parents, but it's okay. It's okay for Americans to treat Mexicans and all these other illegals in the country to treat them like crap, but it's not okay for other things to happen. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody needs to stop and think about how things are done, how they act with all these protests. I mean, yeah, we want justice for what's happening, but we also need to stop and realize that what we do is also going to not be as good as what others are making it out to be. How is burning down a store or any other building going to bring justice for dead people?
Exactly.
That's not going to help.
No.
All that's going to do is put these people in jail for what they've done. So, come on, people, just think. Don't do something wrong just in a way of saying, oh, the cops were bad and they shouldn't have done this to this person, so I'm going to burn down a grocery store and take away the food that thousands of people rely on. I mean, how is that a good thing? And I think we just all need to start treating people better in general. Maybe if everybody starts treating people better, then maybe the cops will stop acting prejudiced. But only time will tell and stuff. I mean, but like I said, children's lives matter too. So to everybody out there that has kids, I mean, I don't have kids, but I do love children. And I don't think it's right for the parents to be taking them to these protests and saying, hey, look, there's a bad cop. That cop's come here to kill us. Only to have the child turn around and be told by that officer, no, I'm not here to kill you. I'm here to protect you. I mean, the parents are filling the minds of their kids with hate. And that's not right. We don't need to fill children's minds with hate.
No.
They're dealing with so much right now and stuff, and we need to start protecting them too. So I hope somebody takes a positive side to this and understands that I'm not racist. I'm not trying to be mean or cruel.
See, no, if I was racist, I'd be not like any colored people at all.
Oh, I'd be living in seclusion away from everybody. I'd be a hermit. No, because I would order everything online, have everything delivered to my house, never leave my house. That way I would never have to see anybody. But I'm out there. I'm around people and stuff. And I am not racist.
I had back in the days of my high school days, I made friends of all kinds, races and Spanish, Mexican, blacks, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I made friends with them all. Even when I was on back in the school, high school football, I made friends with all guys.
Mm-hmm.
They even made some friends with me. You know, and some of them signed a yearbook here, signed a yearbook there. And,
some of my favorite musicians are black, so
there you
what's
go.
I tell you, I'm not racist.
There you go.
We had a couple of coloreds and stuff here, the African Americans. I mean, sure, we don't get a lot here, but we had two when I was in school. And there's a family here in town now that's of color. So, hey, I'm not going to tell them to move out.
No.
That's their prerogative. If they want to live here, they can live here. If they want to shop in the same store. And in fact, when we were out shopping a few months back and stuff, like a couple months ago, we went to a store and there was a African American in there. He looked right at me. We don't know each other. We never spoke to each other. He looked right at me and gave me one of the biggest smiles I've ever seen from anybody. Nobody ever treats me like that and stuff. Nobody smiles at me. Nobody even acknowledges me when I go shopping. So to have somebody like that do that, it made my day. I mean, it's like, hey, we're all in this together. I mean, let's not be prejudiced. Let's not say, ooh, sorry, I can't be in the same place as you. No, that's all cool. I mean, I like everybody. I mean,
see, all over net, I'm like on all kinds of sites and everything. Just to make a long story short, on all the sites I'm on, I got like different colored people, different colored races,
ethnicities.
Yeah, and I could be the worst. How do I want to put it? The worst bad guy in the world. Like, well, I don't like you because you're this color. I don't like you because you speak like that. No, I'm not like that. It's like you said. You know, I'm friends with everybody. You know, I might understand how you speak at times because you speak another language. I'm like, slow down. I'm trying to understand you. So,
We may not speak foreign languages, but we do our best to do a being translator and stuff. So, I mean, just bear with us. I mean, we're still new to foreign languages, but it's not that we're not gonna tell people that we can't be friends with them because we don't understand their language and stuff. So
yeah, I'm not even prejudiced towards people who are deaf or can't see. I'm friends with anybody. You know, I don't care what you look like. I don't care who you are. I just want to be friends with everybody out there. You know, I hate to keep sound like a broken record, but through my years growing up, I see all kind of people. I even throw some crippled people in there, Down syndrome people. I'm friends with everybody. But, a lot of people, you guys out there want to shoot me down because I said this, I said that. I have done nothing wrong. I mean, how you just like that. We get along. What more is there to say?
sorry, I had to take care of something.
That's all right. But yeah, I've been through school many years. I have not once discriminated anybody. Sometimes behind my back, I'll start talking to some strange person. Next thing you know, we become long-term friends. I may have watched these TV shows where these two boys grow up and be best friends. Well, I never really had the chance to do that. I've always, had best friends through high school, and that's about as far as I go. I went through junior high with friends. I've been with high school friends. Sorry to say, I never went to college. I know somebody out there went. Everybody's different. Just because you went doesn't mean I went. Well, maybe I had a chance to, but long story short, I never went. So you guys are out there pretty much lucky. I do what I can to survive, to make friends. It's like if you don't have any friends, it's like lonely, so to speak. I don't know how you put it.
It describes all 13 years of my schooling. I had no friends. Sorry, but that's just me. I never actually had friends. I had acquaintances, but nobody that could be considered a friend.
No. See, friends are like a diamond. They're like very precious. If you don't have them, you just like lonely in your life. You have nobody to talk to, nobody to lend a shoulder, if you will. It's very lonely. It's kind of sad. Even, well, I don't know if you guys heard the dog barking. Even if you have pets, they're like a friend, it's like your family. They may not talk to you back. They may talk to you in their own language, but at least they're there to hear you and, hugging in their own way. They comfort you.
Yeah.
That's what pets are for.
And after you've had them for so long and stuff, they're like little kids.
Like we have 2 kids. I've shown you my 2 dogs. They're like our 2 kids, our 2 boys. Everybody asks me the same question all the time. Do you have any kids? Yeah, we got 2 male dogs. Like our kids.
They're our fur babies. I mean, especially since we've had them for almost 6 and almost 10 years. So, and we've had them since they were just 10 weeks old.
I walked in the store. We've had like 3 dogs so far. We had one little corgi. His name was Charlie. And what did he have?
He got sick and died from parvo.
Oh yeah, parvo. Yeah.
He was just 3 months old when he passed, which means we only had him for like a couple of weeks before he passed away.
Here's a corgi you ever seen. He was like really yellowish and white, and just looked tip of the tail.
He looked like a standard corgi.
Mm-hmm. And but our dog Remy, he had a little touch of it.
No, he had it real bad, but we caught him in time.
I thought he had a little bit of it.
No, because he spent 5 days in the vet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was an expensive little puppy, but yeah, we caught his and stuff because they'd gotten it at the same time, so we knew he was bad, but they managed to bring him back and save him. So. But yeah, he's a miracle doggy.
He grew up overnight. That's all I'm going to say about that. He was like a little pup one day, and oh yeah, he grew up overnight. I'm sorry. That's like other dogs. Sam. He was a little puppy. I always seem to say the cliche. He was just small just the other day. Now he's a grown dog, and just I don't know. I'm sorry, but except for getting Sam speaking with. Yeah, we've had Sam for how long?
He'll be 10 in November.
We've had him for quite a while. Now he's up there in years and he's getting old and everything. But boy, I bet you see, there's him right there on the gas. I mean, walk past.
He's obviously wanting to go back to bed. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, yeah, she'll be right back. She's trying to put Sam to bed a lot of times. Yeah, a lot of times like to play tricks on everybody. You're walking down the hallway and just like he'll look like, yeah, I'm going to bed. Next thing you know, he'll walk down the hallway, he'll freeze in his tracks, and he's like, I think I'm changing my mind. Yeah, we love our dog though. Our dog will like crash in the chair and he's just out sleeping. But yeah, like I keep saying now, I'm not here for negative comments. I'm trying to make a few videos here and there and just express yourself, guys. I mean, just don't give me no negative comments. Okay, that worked.
He decided he had to go out the other door. So crazy.
Welcome back.
No, I just had to bring him in from the front and take him out back. So he's a nut.
I was just telling everybody that a lot of times we try to take Sam down the hallway, and he says he doesn't want to go down the hallway.
And now he's got a roadblock. Yeah, the one little female and stuff's back there guarding the hallway. So
yeah, there's like 2 more dogs downstairs. We don't talk much about them here in life because they're not like our dogs. But we're like some kind of relative to them, like an aunt and uncle, if you will. But
they belong to my brother, so they'd be like my nieces.
Yeah,
my little fur nieces.
And nephews.
Nieces.
Oh, nieces, sorry.
They're female.
Sorry.
Nephews are boys. See, that's what happens when you go on live late at night. So
see, like, I said this one time, if we ever move, you'll be
hoping to.
Yeah. I know you guys like to have better houses than we do and stuff like that. And see, one day when we want to move, we have a nice house. I could probably go live in the daytime. But problem comes in where there's other people throughout the day that use the computer because, people that ask me, how come you don't go live throughout the day? The problem comes in where other people are using the computer throughout the day. And they use it for hours and end, and hours and end, hours and end until we get up there. Now we have to wait till everybody else goes to sleep because if I did mine throughout the day, they could cause serious problems. I'm not going to say anything more about that. But problems would arise, so just to leave it at that. So that's why
one computer, 4 people, not enough time.
Yeah, there's like a total of like, let's see.
There's 6 people in this house.
I'm trying to think how many computers in the house. And 1, 2, probably about 4 computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, a total of 4 computers in the house.
There's 2 downstairs, this one, and my sister's laptop.
Yeah, so that's 4. But that's why we rely at night. That way we could talk, we could say, practically say anything, but you can't just do it throughout the daytime like you want.
Mm-hmm.
It might be one of our short nights because a lot of times, we want to talk about very important things. And we just covered a lot last night, and right now we're just running kind of short. So.
And I know in my last video I said I would like to make a video of a building that's going up in our town, but I have yet to do that because I had no way to get down to that area. It was just way too warm to walk, and we had other things that we had going on that day. So as soon as I can get a video of it and stuff, we are getting a Dollar General in here, and it's a real small town, so this is a big thing for our town. So.
There was a joke before the building got built. It was like geese or something.
Yeah, there was geese that landed in the field, and we called it the Goose Airport.
I used to call it an airport, but I guess I had the word goose, which made it more funny.
Well, because all that was landing there was geese. So it's an airport for geese, a Goose Airport.
See, I tried to tell my mother-in-law about it. She's like, I don't get it. She's like, I don't know. She don't get jokes that much like everybody else does. Unfortunately, she understands my joke. One day, just when I first looked at it, I'm like, look, an airport.
Something that's even a little more ironic with the area where this store is going in is back before my family moved into this house where we're living at, that's where I lived for the first 2.5 years of my life. We actually lived in a trailer down there on that land. So, yeah, I mean, my old home and my grandfather's home that used to be down there, then it just became a field. And so right in that area, I used to live. So until I was a little under 3.
I had to live in a trailer a long time ago, way back when. All that goes in. I tried grasshopper. I know how it feels. You can feel a trailer swing when going through
strong winds. It'll freak you out. But that's where we used to live, was right down there and stuff. We had a trailer. My grandfather had a house right next door and stuff. We lived right back in that area and stuff. So it's like, wow, how the times have changed. I went from somebody being able to live there to a big, like a soybean field, and now it'll be a store. So
speaking of trailer, when I first moved in here, there was a trailer right next to this house before this so-called house, aka garage, and
it was actually 2 trailers put together to make a double wide.
Yeah.
But they did it so badly.
That trailer was just like
horrible.
Yeah.
You've heard the phrase trailer trash. Well, the people inside may not have been too bad, but the trailers were trash. But yeah, the people that actually owned those trailers, they weren't very good people after all, because we found out they were meth manufacturers. Oh yeah. Found out at one time we could have blown up because they had a white shed between their trailers and our property. And if they had been actually manufacturing meth at that time, the explosion could have impacted us over here. So, yeah, tells you how scary life is. I mean, I'm not sure how many meth manufacturing areas there are in the world, but I'm glad I don't live near one anymore. Well, and 2, being close to a school at that time, that's how they got in a lot of trouble, being just 1 block away from a school when they were doing this. So, drugs, horrible. Don't do them.
A long time ago, when I used to walk the dog, there's this school that's like maybe about 6, 7, 8 blocks down up here in the hill. And we used to walk our dogs behind there.
Oh, that's just a block away.
Oh, anyway, block away. But anyway, we used to walk our dogs back there. And now, I guess you saw there's a foreigner person.
It's actually changed hands again. First, a foreigner bought it, and they were going to make it like an office building out of it. But then they changed it into a personal home. I mean, we're talking a big school here, people, turning it into a private home and made it to where nobody could trespass on land, which I can understand that if you're living there. But then they sold out because apparently they had problems with it and stuff and couldn't keep up the maintenance. So now somebody else is like living in there or just keeping it private. But yeah, we've lost all of our schools around here. We don't have any actual grocery stores in this town, but we're getting a Dollar General. So then we have we only have one gas station now out of maybe 6 or 7 gas stations that this town used to have. So, I mean, a little bit of history. I mean, we went from a big booming town to Deadville. I mean, this town, there's nothing here. I mean, we used to have a lot here. The stories I could tell.
I'm glad to have Heidi as a wife because a lot of times I look at a building, she tells the history that I need to know about. Like she just told about the school. And that being said, there's like this big building that we call it a haunted house. Even that got torn down.
It was just a really creepy 2-story house that sat empty for many years. And yes, by calling it a haunted house, I agree. Noises, things moving around, even when there was no wind to be blowing anything. And apparently, I've got to make a detour again. Be right back.
True back there, buddy. Yeah, but anyway, you know, I walked in this door and I see many strange things. But like I have Heidi here who could fill me in on that stuff. Like we talked about the trailer, the haunted house, and I don't know much about it. She says, "Oh, weird things happen." I'm not gonna doubt one bit. And those like another building kind of thing about the school, to the haunted house, and I think there was something else I wanted to talk. What was it? The haunted house, school building?
Well, we have the old train depot because this house right here was actually the land used to be right next to a train track.
How ironic that, as I said, the day I moved in this house, I took a long walk down this road, and there was this caboose sitting there. I didn't think nothing of it, just a big ordinary, you know, it's a caboose. I didn't think nothing of it, and then one day I saw one cute little kitten coming out, and I was like, "Where'd you come from?" Straight the kitten, didn't belong to anybody. And just one day, just for the heck of it, you know, one day this kitten wasn't there. I walked up to it and I was like, you know, calling the kitten or something. Half a dozen kittens broke everywhere, different sizes, different shapes, different colors. I was like, "Oh my God, look at these kittens. They're so cute and lovable." I just want to hug them all in one big deal. They had this one big silver bowl of like cat food. They looked, I don't know, like little X's and all that, and like meow mix or something it was. All kittens, all different sizes, different shapes. I'm like, where's your mother in all this? And I haven't been back to that caboose.
Well, it's a private residence now. And technically what he is calling the caboose, folks, was actually the depot where the trains used to pull in and stuff. So.
And then another thing that how ironic, down by the river, there's these like two, I don't know what to call them, 2 big walls, I think it is.
Piers.
Or piers. There's a piece here and there's a piece there. They're very far apart. But they got these like little piece of tracks in here, and there's another little piece of track there. And I'm looking behind like, where's the train? It's going to derail.
Seriously, again?
So, yeah, just take a break, folks. My dog loves the in and outs of the outside.
It's cooler outside than it is in
He was just out in the backyard. Now he's going out the front door. He does an in and out thing. I guess that's okay. Because earlier we tried taking him to bed. He stopped dead cold in the tracks. I think he wanted to go to bed. A lot of times, all the fresh air just knocked him right out. So I'm hoping he'll get all the fresh air he wants. But back to what I was saying now. If I ever want to look up, if I ever want to look up a little bit of history, there it is. Okay. She's a history person. Like she told about the school, she told about the railroad track. Anything you want to know? Hey, she's right there talking about it already. You know, she fills in that blank for it. I have nothing about it.
That's the perks of living in the same town your entire life instead of moving around all over.
Unfortunately, she was born here. I wasn't.
You should say, unfortunately, I was born here because I was not given the opportunity for a lot of good things in life.
Yeah.
I couldn't do gymnastics, dance classes, sports,
I was just lucky enough to get into football.
but they didn't do, like for soccer, when it comes to sports, they didn't do boy and girl like co-ed until my little brother was up there. So see, I couldn't go out for soccer or anything. Wasn't good enough for volleyball in school. Wasn't good enough for basketball. Like I said, I just didn't have the opportunity for a lot of things by living in a small town. So
Just like I said, she's the history person that I need to ask. How she so much like, how long was this here? How long was that there? I get the long wind of a history lesson. So, but then again, a lot of times you walk down, you want to know some history. They have these plaques that you sit down and read and tell a little history. Like, wow, history said itself.
That's like down along a river and stuff. It's those plaques where they used to have other towns, and it's like, wait a minute, there were other towns here. Didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to living in the same town and stuff, you learn a lot. That's just like we have, what did I say, a time capsule that is set to open up in 13 years. So.
Me and I walked in this woods, and there's like a little history lesson all along this river.
Oh, about the plants.
Yeah, about the plants.
Yeah, I think that's if you go to our walks in the park.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
We have some of those in the videos and stuff. If anybody's interested in nature walks.
I have made tons of videos, and I'm just looking forward to making some more. I know you guys might think that.
And there's really been a lot of changes at the park, so hey, it'll be good to go back out there again.
I hope so one day.
Make a new video.
I know you guys out there probably saying, well, is it going to move? It's going to take a while.
We're trying. We got to talk to somebody about a home loan. And I mean, finding a place is not the problem. There's plenty of places out there. It's getting the home loan to move.
I know around here, people think that they're so rich. They buy money here, left, right, and buy this and buy that. And they sit back and gloat and say, hey, I bought this and I bought that. I don't know if I should be jealous or not jealous, because they were, trying to struggle to get our way and to get a new house. But it's like, we got a lot of people around here like to gloat a lot. I'm not much for that. There's one thing to be proud of something, but if you're gonna sit back and gloat about it, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. But see, that's why we're trying to move, so that we don't have to see or hear any of this stuff. We have our own problems.
Well, that's like with people telling us, go find a place to rent. Well, nobody wants pets. They won't even give anybody a chance without charging them like $100 extra a month per pet. That's stupid. Like, we really have that kind of money. I mean, most rents are anywhere from like $600 to $800 or more a month. So, okay, let's just say rent is like, say, $800 a month. You have to pay an additional $100 for dogs, so there'd be another $200. So there's $1,000 right there. Then you have all of your utilities on top. That's quite a bit. Then you have to buy groceries. You have to make sure you have homeowners insurance. And then you have to have a vehicle, so you're going to need insurance for your vehicle. You're going to need gas. I mean, there's just so much money. And when you live on a fixed income, we'd be out.
It's like domino reaction. You knock one down.
We wouldn't have enough money to cover everything.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we're not asking anybody to help financially wise. We would never do that. The finances is 100% us. But if anybody would know of a place around Iowa or Illinois that somebody's renting a house and would allow pets and the rent's not expensive, drop us a link or a line and stuff in the comments. Let us know how to contact them. We've been trying everything to either rent or find a way to buy a house. I mean, I can look up on Zillow or Realtor.com or any of these sites, and boom, there's so many nice houses out there, but it's getting the money to be able to either rent it or to purchase it. And we've tried asking and stuff before, but it seems like everybody just shuts us out. And
they don't really care. You were trying to look for a nice house, not fancy, because it's a nice house.
Yeah, we don't need like 50 square foot bedrooms or a 20 square foot bathroom, or like 20 by 10 or whatever. We don't need huge rooms. We just need normal, simple little house.
Mm.
I'd like to have a decent kitchen, but because cooking is my passion. So I
Mine's a
think
little
people could have
bit.
seen that when I was walking around. She loves food.
What was it one time they on TV? I said, move that bus.
Oh, Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
You guys ever seen that show? You know, they take this dumpy looking house and they work on it, working a week's on end. And then by the time the people reappear, they always have the famous catchphrase, move that bus. And you see this nice, fancy, fixed up house. And by the time you look at it, you're like, I live in a broken down house and turned into this.
Yeah.
You have all kind of Wi-Fi. You have, fancy this, fancy that, bigger bedroom, bigger bathroom. Everything's that's bigger, better, and more eccentric. You're like, this is my house. I'm going to live here. Wow.
Well, and you had to have some sort of like a bad situation in order to be on that show. And some of the stories that people come up with and stuff like, oh, a hurricane flooded my house 20 years ago. So that's why I couldn't do things now. So that's why we need a better house now. So it took you 20 years to figure out that you weren't going to be able to maintain your home. So you let water build up in your basement, mold up your walls for 20 years after a hurricane. And then you're basically going to use that to get on the show and saying that caused the problems and stuff. Or like, my wife and I lost a child 10 years ago, so we need a new house now. No, that's not a decent story. Everybody loses kids at some point. I mean, not everybody, but some people do lose children to like miscarriage or sudden infant death or accident or illness or whatever. But to say, my wife had a miscarriage 10 years ago and then the hurricane or whatever hit, come on. I'm thinking over so many years, you could have fixed up a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of bragging, once your house gets fixed, sometimes it's just best to stay on down low. You don't go around telling everybody, hey, my house is fixed. I got this, I got that. Weeks later, you find out, who broke my house? Who stole this? Who stole that? That's like, once again, it's like dominoes, which leads to another show that used to be on called Pimp My Ride. You don't go tell everybody that, and then one day you wake up, where's my car? You have all these special things in the car. My car does this. My car does that. You wake up one morning, the car's gone, stolen, because you have bragging about it. See, that's one thing. I hate braggers. It gets you nowhere. It just disappoints everybody else around you. I don't get it.
Speaking of like TV shows and stuff, a few years back and stuff, we used to watch one called Wipeout. That was an awesome show. We loved watching that. Well, they pulled it because somebody apparently had a hidden medical condition, had been on the show. Nothing happened on the show, died sometime later, so that they were trying to pin it on the show. So that's why they pulled it. People were getting hurt and stuff, and we can't take chances. Well, get this. Now they're coming up with a show called, get this, Cannonball. No, it's an all new show. I haven't looked into it, but that's what the title is. It's called Cannonball. So it'll be interesting to see what that's about and what happens and all that. So hopefully nobody gets hurt on that. Being called Cannonball, you never know. It looked like there was a big giant water slide in the background. So
we used to enjoy watching Wipeout. Like every Saturday around noontime or so.
It was awesome, and we used to watch it on the internet too. Like on YouTube, we watched clips. And
yeah, all the contestants, I think they can make it to the finish line. Boy, the competitors try their best. Yeah, there was like a lot of winners. Boy, you got to try your best. You got things popping out here, popping out there, knocking water here, knocking water there. And
walking like on a little 6-inch platform, and you got punching, like boxing gloves punching right out at you. Yeah, if you know the setup, be a little bit leery if you see a circle coming up on the wall. Dodge it, people. Duck. I'm so short, I could easily duck. But then I'd probably get hit somewhere else.
They had a lot of subtle water too in there. I was like,
I know.
I don't know if that water was actually soap or.
And I'm not trying to sound wrong, but the one part of it, the big red balls.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not, no, it's nothing like that. So, but it's when people try to jump on them, instead of jumping to one, they think they can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and get across. You have to take them one at a time, otherwise you're gonna bounce right off the edge. And I thought that was so funny because they had this object that if you make it to the fourth one, wasn't it? There was like a little character on there, and if you could get it and stuff, then you like get extra points or something. And it was so funny. Everybody would just try to jump, and then they'd be like right in between. And then they pretzel. I mean, they bend every which way when they're stuck in between.
What I really enjoy is a lot of times they'll show a little bit of animation in there, which makes it really funny and cute. Mm-hmm. I love the two commentators too. I remember their names.
I can't remember right now. I think they're both named John.
Yeah, both named John.
John Hanson and
I
can't remember the other one.
Yeah, but the competitors, boy, they try like everything just to make the line cross. To like the second part of it, they bust their tails, and yeah, if you get through all that, that's really good.
But yeah, I mean, anytime we come and do a live, if there's something that people would like to talk about, I mean, we're just here to talk. I mean, we're not trying to be hurtful to anybody. We're not just trying to brag about anything. I mean, we'll talk about whatever. I mean,
even though we have dogs, we're here to talk about them. We're not like any of these foodies to see how fast you can eat. We're not no game player to show our high scores, nothing like this. We're just a normal, average, everyday person who likes to share a life with you.
We do like playing video games, but right now we don't have a system to play on. So.
And I don't know how to show live games like you guys are there. If guys could maybe show me how to do this, maybe whenever we move to a new place, maybe I can start doing that.
Maybe we can get a camera and set it up facing to show even us playing the game itself.
Yeah. Or maybe I could try to find some games that have been played many years ago. I don't know.
Like the old Atari. I know around the holidays, they have these Atari systems with like 400 games built right in. So that'd be kind of cool going back to the old Atari and the Sega Genesis system.
What was like the very first game system? Was it like regular Nintendo? Or
Atari was the very first game system. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Atari was the very first. Oh my gosh, we had 2 of them. Everybody thought, oh my God, were you rich? No, we bought them used. We never bought things brand new back in the day. We got everything secondhand.
I think a lot of new game systems are coming out. They try to squish in all these old game systems in one little game deal here. They put on a. What about the Super NES? That was pretty cool.
Oh, I had a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that small little deal here. You had 4 buttons here. You had like a crossbar here, and then the 2 buttons up here.
I used to have a Game Boy Advance.
Oh, Game Boy, those are kind of cool.
And now they have like one of the. It looks like the original Game Boy with like 200 built-in games. It's all built into the memory and stuff. You just go in and you select what game you want to play, and you.
That's pretty cool. And then, you know what I like to do is since I kind of struggle to games once in a while. I don't know if they have them out anymore. Y'all guys out there remember the Game Genies? They always
Game Sharks.
Yeah. What they do, they improvise your weakness. It's like they give you like more weapons, your infinite lives, your invincibility. You have more of this and more of that, and you know it's like no matter how much you get shot, whatever the game may be, you won't die. That's the most important part I like. You know,
some games that I played actually had cheat codes and stuff like up, right, left, down, up, left, right, and it would give you like infinite lives or whatever.
A lot of these people, game players, they know how to do this. Like, okay, off you. Everything's all programmed. Like, all you did is hit a few buttons. Like,
I admit it. I had to use cheat codes on get this, Donkey Kong.
Ooh.
I actually sucked at Donkey Kong. And I'm not talking the old Atari one where he had to jump the barrels and go up the ladder and whatever. I'm talking Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, the Donkey Kong Country.
Real 3D kind of.
I actually sucked because I didn't know how to jump. When you're in the mine cart, I didn't know how to get him to jump to collect the bananas or whatever. And it's like,
you have rhinos to deal with, you have
bees
to deal with, snakes to deal with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think what's funny about it, if you make friends with a rhino on Donkey Kong Country, you can
ride it.
Yeah, you can go through the tunnel.
Yeah.
And you know,
they have that in different characters that you do that with. And
don't I like playing with Super Mario? I think where you fight Bowser till the end. And
Yoshi's Island was my favorite.
oh yeah, there's one game where they had like different color Yoshi, the blue, the yellow, the green.
That was Yoshi Island.
Yep, I never played that. I don't know this for me.
But we watched the walkthroughs on YouTube, so kind of know how to go about it.
You know, sorry, we got in tongue there, right? We may not be gaming players, but we love watching walkthroughs, which is really cool.
I mean, like I said, we do occasionally play if we had the systems. We've got, what is it, GameCube.
Yeah.
We've got with a couple games, I think, an Xbox 360.
I think we played some sort of board skating game with it.
But I think that's what we got. Our PlayStation 2 kind of fudged out.
Was it the Rugrats or something?
No.
I had to do a board skating or something.
Yeah, Rocket Power.
That's it, right? You got really quick, right?
Hopefully somebody out there knows what Rocket Power is, because that was a fun game. But yeah, some of the older games that I loved playing Frogger.
Oh, that was good.
Burger Time, Dig Dug.
Oh, I love Big Dog. I mean, I never beat any game.
Space Invaders.
Little ships in.
Asteroids.
Little ships in there. You see a little spaceship flying over. Space Invaders was mine.
Oh yeah, I love Space Invaders. Can never get the final ship though. And I always did what they always tell you: go where you think it's gonna go before it gets there. So like if you see it going left, you head right, and that way when you're coming back to the middle, you shoot. But I never did connect. It would always skim right past. And just like that, just a slight timing. And it's like, oh, darn it. I wasted another quarter on Space Invaders. Yes, folks, this town used to have an arcade. All the teenagers and young kids. It was, well, at the time, it was a one-bay car wash, a gas station, and the other bay they turned into an arcade. And this was back in the 80s and stuff. And then they went out of business, so they shut down everything and basically took away the teen and young kids hangout and said, here, roam the streets. We don't care. And then that got turned into a car wash and laundromat that the owners then blew up.
Right.
Well, they needed drug money and stuff, so they were going to use the insurance money to do that and stuff, so they blew it up. And some lady had just left, like not even 5 minutes prior to it blowing up. She had just made it to what we call the four-way stop, which is where everybody stops. And she had just made it there when the building went. So she got lucky. They think that they were actually waiting because they knew somebody was in there and they wanted to do that night. So.
Speaking of that, I was at this one high school and they got this place called Wildcat Dam. It's basically an arcade. When it's your time for lunch, you go in there and play around for a little bit and kids hang around, you smoke and do whatever. And they, they got these arcade games where they set the cord like here, you see the whole light on the
cord.
Yeah.
You got to remember how many quarters were on there when you put yours down so you know when to go over.
So they said, hey, I'm in this place right here. Drop a quarter here. Out of line.
I've had quarters stolen by teenagers.
So you dropped a quarter.
But I was like, I didn't drop it. I'd set it right there on the jukebox and stuff because I'd be like, okay, I want to choose a song. So I put my quarter there and everybody knew it. Well, the teenagers, they took my quarter. And I was like, oh, well, they knew what song I liked all the time. So it's like, who cares? My song always got played. Who cares who put it in? Because they didn't like to see the little kids cry. Well, because they were warned by the one working the gas station. If we see a little kid cry, the teenagers get kicked out. So it's like, that was a good thing.
Okay.
Because they're protecting the little kids because the teenagers, they acted so tough. Like, we own this place. This is our hangout. Oh, just because they went in there to play pool and stuff. And when somebody just goes in there to mess around and stuff because they don't know how to play pool and stuff, they were like, it's our turn. Give it up. So they'd actually take the balls off the pool table and make us little kids go and do something else. I was like, God damn, that's not fair. We were here first.
You guys have to like playing pool. It's not a bad game. Then you get some table with bumpers on. You're watching the balls go here and bouncing there and everything. And that's a fun game to play.
I like mini golf.
Ooh.
Mini golf and bowling, even though I suck at bowling. No, I don't really suck. I just don't get the high scores like a lot of people.
One last time you guys been to a putt golfing field or just playing golf in general? We're planning to go one day, go in there, and maybe we can make a video about that one day, us playing golf. I said, okay, this is my buddy. She'll get me to hit this and hit that.
And as soon as she takes her turn, then I'll hand the phone over to her to film.
I used to play that one game. Was it the Roger?
And there was a virtual cartoon game called Toontown.
Yeah, Toontown.
And they have mini golf on there and stuff.
You got mini golf, you get race cars, stuff like that.
You don't play as a human, you play as an animal. Either a rabbit, a monkey, a dog, a cat.
Man.
Crocodiles.
That place is a zoo.
Deer.
No pun intended, but that place is a zoo.
Yeah.
You got wild animals running around, and you just gotta be careful what you say.
Very strict with the rules. Oh.
Man,
you cannot talk about anything outside the game.
You gotta talk about just the game, because you can't go saying, well, I have this and you have, well, I can't say I want to because of YouTube as well, but you get the, you can't use any colorful language, because if it does, it comes out sounding like, no matter what, like, say like if you're a dog or cat, you'll say some foul language, come out as a rough from meow or something.
Or like the rabbit, it comes out eepy.
Or eepy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird.
Some type of goofy.
But if you have kids, look up Toontown. It's awesome.
Just remember, no foul language,
and if you have kids, or if you know someone who has kids and they do play it, make sure they aren't pretending to be adults, because we've encountered, what was she, like an 8-year-old Chinese girl went on there talking like a filthy mouth sailor and stuff. She was talking all adult-like, and
I got away from her, and just
well, and I tried to report her, but it didn't go through. So
it's a fun game. I think it's more like kid friendly, I guess I wanted to say.
It's supposed to be based for children, but adults do play.
Because I've talked to a few adults on there, and they're like, for some reason I can't believe them. And you can make some friends on there. That's just the thing with social sites. You gotta be careful who you talk to nowadays. You can be talking to some little kid and like, sorry.
Yeah, that's why every site should have like a profile area for the real person, and you have to be honest with your age and stuff. I mean, don't be like a little kid and say, oh, by the way, I'm 25 years old. No, the way you're talking like a little kid. So please be honest. Yeah. I mean, there's too many predators out there. We don't need little kids going on pretending to be adults. I've actually had a relative who went online pretending to be much older than she really was and stuff. And lately, she's been running away. I don't even know if they found her this time. Who knows where she is or anything, but that's what happens when you try to grow up way too fast. So. But anyway, I don't know what else to talk about and stuff.
We talk about game systems and games, and I don't know if they have game genie for actual discs or not. Like, say like a PlayStation, a lot of times, they're like cartridges. You put them in the game, and then your game genie cartridge sits on top. You thumb through, and it's like, okay, I need a code for this, Infinite Lives, or I don't want to die, so you type it.
I don't think they have all that anymore, since most games are like done differently and stuff, unlike the older systems. And that's like you were talking about here a while back with the Oregon Trail, the original Oregon Trail. I would love to find something like that and stuff. Unfortunately, no, we don't have it here. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to find an original copy, copy of the original Oregon Trail game that would work like on a computer or something.
It seems like you're actually there, because when I used to live with my ex-family before I moved to this one, I first got introduced to Oregon Trail. It's funny, but it takes you back to Old West, and you're buying your horses, making sure they're up to date. You're buying your wagon wheels, and you gotta make sure they're up to date. You're wagging themselves. You gotta buy all your medicine, your food, and this and that, this and that. No, it's okay. It's right easy after that. Then you're going through craggy mountains and roads and all kinds of twists and turns, and next thing you know, you get attacked by Indians or birds from out of the sky.
Bit by a snake. Fell in a hole.
Yeah.
Like a gopher hole.
A lot of times the buffalo come in handy because you kill it for food. And
that's the one I forgot. I got killed by a buffalo. I got stabbed. Yeah, the game wasn't that easy and stuff, but
Oregon Trail is a pretty fun game. I don't think by no means you could use a genie in that type of game. I think you just gotta go free willy-nilly on that and just play how you want.
To put it this way, it's a learning game.
Yeah, it'll make you think. It will make you think. I don't care how many meds you buy. You ain't gonna get real far on that.
Well, just make sure you have the meds for every type of illness out there. And because one time when I played it in school, I was in 6th grade when I played it on the old little tiny computers that actually had a green screen to start up. The old time, like a Commodore or whatever it was. I can't remember. But I know when you first turned it on, the screen was completely green.
That's like an Apple or something.
Well, whatever it was and stuff, I mean, it was horrible. But we were allowed to go in and play the game. And I know I had bought like so many different types of meds to start with because I was like, okay, the last time I died from this illness. So I made sure I had the medicine for it. Go figure. I got sick on the first try, died from an illness that I didn't have the meds for. So I started over. That time I got shot by an Indian. So I was like, oh, well, I give up. I told my teacher, I'm going to go to study hall. He's like, go ahead.
You can seriously get in the game. It's like, even the horses die. It's like, you're trying to figure out how am I supposed to make it through. And, it might seem easy at first. Trust me, it's going to get a lot harder. And no game shark's going to fix you.
You got to watch it with the weather on there, too. Like, if it rain, because you cross a creek. If it rains, the water's raised. The horses drown.
Yeah.
Can't make it across.
You got to find the nearest town because a lot of times you go through all these rocks. It's like, oh, the wagon broke.
Yep, you gotta have repairs. And
you gotta know somebody knows how to repair those dangerous obstacles. It's like, I don't know how many levels this game has.
Never made it that far on my part, so I wouldn't know.
Me neither. I played over and over again. It's like, I remember the deja vu here. I'm buying the same stuff over and over again. And my whole wagon just, at one point I think I played, my whole wagon just caught on fire, I think, because it was a bad rain, lightning came down. Yeah, I was going like this. It's like, I don't know how it's said, but somewhere along the line, it's like the game's over, everybody's dead or something. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but it's like, all the stuff I had. I had a lot of supplies, though, but really no medicines. But it's pretty much a fun game if you really get into it. And like I said, no game shark's gonna fix with this one. I think there's only two kind of game genes that they have. The Game Shark and Game Genie.
Yeah, one was called the Game Genie, and the other one was like a Game Shark.
Yeah, or something such as this. I think that's the only two that existed in the whole game system thing. If you know any others that helped you out, let me know because that's the only two that I could think of. I'm just here looking for comments. A few thumbs up, a few likes. I don't mean to sit here ramble on about the same thing, but all I'm trying to do is sit here and get my point across. Some people, you guys are just saying, well, he's going to talk about the same thing. He's going to talk about this a million times over. That's because I'm trying to get my point across. That's all I'm trying to do is just do that. And, with her being here, she has a lot more to say, and we conversate, and we're looking for questions that you guys might want to ask. Just don't give me any of that negative stuff. I have enough, like I say, we get enough negativity around here. I don't need none to be seen here on YouTube. That's nuts. I just figured if you're going to give me a lot of negativity and say a bunch of bad things about me and her, well, you're basically gone. I'm just looking because I think personally, YouTube is supposed to be a friendly place where you give out your positive vibes, I guess I want to say.
Well, we should all be allowed to create our own videos our way, not having somebody come in and saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing this way and stuff. But to me, all videos should be created by the people. So I'm not going to go getting into it because that's the past and it just needs to stay there, even though things won't change. But as long as we create our own videos and our own live streams, that's all I care about.
If you're going to sit there and badmouth a video, no offense, take yourself to another YouTube user and
go watch somebody else's.
Yeah, go badmouth them for a while. Go drive them nuts. Personally, I don't need it here. I'm trying to gain viewers and try to gain likes and thumbs up and all this stuff. It might take a while. It's like an airplane going down the runway. It's going to be a long time for it to take off. Yeah. We're just coasting down right now.
Rome wasn't built in a day, folks. So
no.
It's going to take time to actually build a channel, especially when we don't have the fancy cameras and the fancy editing equipment and all this stuff, like all these people go out and spend all this money on. Like I said, we live on a fixed income. We can't afford all that. So
see, me and Heidi watch these. There's like 3 husky shows. No one from shows.
YouTube channels.
Yeah, and a lot of times they have these captions for these huskies, and they know how to edit stuff like that. See, me and Heidi don't know how doing that stuff. We looked about it, we read about it. We're still trying to find out how to do that stuff. That way, if I can say something, it might be on my head, might be down below, whatever.
Or like, say, if I slip up, I can put like the word "oops" in the video. Like I shouldn't have said that.
Or a beep or something there.
Like right over my mouth, like beep.
Have an emoji or something, saying how our day was. It could be like right in the middle of the screen somewhere. So a lot of you guys out there also know how to edit and all that, make your videos real fancy. We're not like that. We're just straight down to earth. That's all
We're straight up honest people.
Yeah.
We show you what we show you. I mean, you don't like something natural. I mean, I just don't get the editing on some of it. Yeah, like we said with the husky videos that we watch and stuff like that, how they put like cute little things like, oh, my dog said this, like he said hello or I love you or whatever. That's cute. But on some of these videos, the way they've been edited, it's like we're trying to make it look like we're so perfect that we don't make mistakes. I'm sorry, everybody in life makes mistakes. Why hide it? I mean, yeah, I get everybody's entitled to do their channels their own way. I'm not saying that. But it would be kind of nice to see, like, how some people do bloopers and stuff. Show the mistakes that you've taken out and stuff. Because to me, that's what editing is. It's like, oh, I can't let them see that, oh, I accidentally got, like, for a foodie, I got food on my shirt. I can't let them see that, so I got to go clean it off and make it look like nothing ever happened. Or, oh, I made a mess on the table and stuff. Or I broke glass when I was cooking or something. I mean, come on, people. Mistakes happen. Accidents happen. You don't have to cover it up by editing it and making it look like, oh, from start to finish, this is how it went. And no mistakes were made. Nothing. And apparently we have a moth, folks, that tries to get on camera too. Although he's avoided it so far.
Anyway, yeah. Speaking of mistakes, there's this one, I'm not going to call them foodies or not. And they made a bunch of, bodily function noises, and that's just plain out rude. I don't know if you unsubscribed or not, but a long time ago when you first saw them, wow, people, you should.
Well, I think we're still subscribed, but the notifications don't come through.
They make, burping, belching, passing gas here real loud, and they've ate some really hot wings, and they're saying all kind of foul mouth words here, foul mouth words there, and I think they beat them. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. I can't say what they. I can't say what they said because I don't get myself in trouble. But they said practically every colorful word they could think of, and because they ate all these hot wings, and then now later on, I think his wife, his girlfriend, his wife, years later, I don't know if she's so much doing the same thing, but I think even her, she said, they were sitting together.
She's cursed on camera so many times. Like I found out from reading the comments that people have left, they've already had 2 major warnings.
2 flags or something.
No, 2 warnings. They because videos have gotten flagged, that YouTube has gone back and actually given them warnings saying that if it happens again, then their channel is gone. And they've already gotten 2, and they said after the 3rd one, it's basically a 3 strikes and you're out rule.
See, when I hear the kids, YouTube is buttering thing, but we're original. We don't steal. We don't do no.
We don't share other people's videos.
Yeah, we don't do no bodily function in here. We talk to you guys, and it's like either I walk in your house or when I walk in your house, we want to talk to you and have you guys talk back to us. And if we feel that you're rude to us, we'll escort ourselves out your door and maybe we never come back. We're out there trying. Sorry, I get tongue tied. We're out there trying to make friends with you guys out there, and if you guys want to be our friends, well, it's your loss, not ours.
But like, I know I said we don't share people's videos, which is honest. We don't post other people's videos on our channel. What we might do is, like I know in one of our previous live streams, I was talking about this guy named Nick Zametti. He's an awesome person. He makes things out of...
He's in Australia somewhere, isn't he?
Australia or New Zealand. I'm not really sure. I think he's Australian. But he does wood turning and resin.
Oh, he uses a lot of resin.
Yeah. He makes these projects and stuff, and he is awesome. So see what I'm saying, is I may not post a video of his, but I would say, oh, hey, if you like wood projects or resin projects and stuff like that, sorry, go check out this guy's channel. He's awesome. Or if you're into comedy, oh, go check out Jeff Dunham's channel, or Gabriel Iglesias' Fluffy channel, or Eddie Murphy, or whatever. Check out some of these comedians. They're so awesome. That's how I share other people's channels. I don't post their footage on my channel. Our channel is our channel. That's the only thing we want on here is our stuff.
Yeah, everything's original, not taken, not stolen, not borrowed.
And like I said, even if people feel they're doing it the right way on here, it's the places where the videos are coming from. Are they doing it the right way? And from what I understand, you can't profit on something if you don't own the copyrights to it. So the site where these videos are coming from, they're doing it wrong. So the videos are stolen.
I can never get this right. DJ is a
rave DJ.
Yeah, see, you don't see no rave DJ videos on my channel because because I know better. I'm not one to take, steal, borrow. You can tell me all the links you want.
We don't want to do anything.
You can tell me all the links you want, but that doesn't matter.
Especially since we've already been flagged for music on ours. Why would we put other music videos on our channel?
Yeah, it's like you're not seeing the bottom line. Bottom line is they're stolen videos, whether you talk about links or not. Just look at the bottom line, they're stolen. And, with having 20, maybe 30, 40, 50 more, I just wonder how come, if somebody steals something, how come they don't care? It's what boggles my mind. Don't they understand theft is wrong? I don't know if you get caught. It's like, say if I bought a brand new car, $1,000. No, it's not a fancy car, but it's over $1,000. I come back, maybe the 4 tires are gone, maybe the windows are busted out. Where does that get you? Think about it. Where does that get you if you steal and do violence?
Or just destroy somebody's property.
And that being said, you're kind of destroying Rave DJ by taking all his videos. And maybe one day that person will find out that if they hop on this channel and find out where his videos are going, yeah, I feel sorry for you.
Well, it's not destroying Rave DJ. Rave DJ is destroying stuff that belongs to other people and then making money off of it. Because having a Patreon account is making profit on videos that this site does not own. That's what I'm saying. Have these real musicians been contacted in writing to get permission for the site to take, trash them by mixing them up, mashing them with other stuff, and then putting them out there?
Like, what if I took something from you? You won't like it, no way to. See, you never give me permission, but what if I walked in your house one day and stole something from you? And I tried to cover it up by saying something, but bottom line is, yeah, I know it's wrong. So then my return is, I'll get back to you because I know it's wrong to steal. But a lot of times you guys out there don't care if you're stealing it. That's just wrong. I don't get it. Because you might want to steal somebody's video from another site.
There's nothing to gain by it.
No, it's your loss. Maybe one day you might find yourself wearing this nice little orange jacket and these cute little silver shackles. Then you wish you never did that.
Well, that leads me to another thing, how these people and stuff say, oh, I have all these subscribers. Like, even say like 1,300 or 1 million or whatever subscribers. You think, oh, I have all these subscribers. I'm so popular. I'm so popular out there. No, if you were so popular, say you have 50,000 subscribers. Okay, if you're so popular compared to every other channel out there, you should have 50,000 views for every single video ever made on your channel. You should have 50,000 comments on every single video ever made on your channel. That's what would make you popular. Is it because it means every subscriber really truly loves what you're doing, and that means they like it, they comment on it, they will do that. That's what makes a popular channel. But if you have, say, 50,000 subscribers and I only got like 100 views on this video, I got 800 views on that, you're not popular, because it means you're not drawing it. What these people are doing by subscribing to these channels is, oh, hey, so-and-so has all these subscribers and stuff, and it's making me look better because I'm subscribed to these channels. That's all they're doing it for, is to gain popularity for themselves. Because I know that's one thing somebody had mentioned to me a long time back, was how we've subscribed to so many like foodies and animal video channels and all these other ones you're just trying to get yourself out there. So, no, it's because I like what I see, but I just don't have time to sit and go back because I watch the videos like on the phone or whatever, and I forget, oh, go and leave a comment. So I don't leave a comment, and then I forget, okay, what was I going to say? And then I never comment. That's not that I don't like it. I just slip and forget.
You know, like I told about braggers earlier, a lot of times, you know, somebody will get back to me and they'll say, look how many videos I have. I got a plaque this, and I got a plaque for that. Don't sit there bragging my face. You know, big deal. You know, no offense. Like, I don't care how many plaques you have. How many?
Look at how long they've had their channel. How good everybody likes their how everybody likes their channel. What it is their content is. I mean,
why can't you talk to like a normal person? Don't sit there brag at me.
Yeah.
If you're gonna brag in my face, leave me. Don't
see,
talk.
Most of the ones that have the plaques now and stuff, the reason they got to where they are is because from the very first day that they started their channel, they had so much content built up that's what built them up there. Yeah. We started, we didn't have a lot of content because we didn't have cell phones and we didn't have cameras at the time. No. So it took a while to get it up and running. And when we first created our YouTube channel, we did that just to watch videos and make like a playlist of favorite videos that we like and stuff. And then we thought, hi, let's make our own videos, start our own channel. So technically, even though we've had the channel for 10 years, we've only been making videos for what, say 4 or 5 years?
Something like that, yeah.
So see, don't sit back and gripe to us, which I mean, here recently we had somebody, you had your channel for 10 years and stuff, and you just out here telling everybody else how to run theirs, and you don't even have to fudge and tell or take and run yours.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, don't tell me how to run my channel. If you would look, we didn't post our very first video until years after we had the channel.
Exactly.
And as for my private channel, I've only got 2 subscribers. But that's because I have made it known I won't do a sub for sub until after I have content.
Maybe we could try to go live on your channel or something? Or?
Once I get, well, I would have to be able to log in on this, and I don't know my information. That's why I stay logged in on my phone. And until I get 1,000 subscribers, I can't go live, remember, through a cell phone.
And maybe like putting a tray of ice cream. I don't know if my videos are being shared or not. And I was talking about, you know, all my sites and whatnot. Speaking of bullies now, you know, I'm getting, you know, I've ragged it so many times, and it's just people don't care. I mean, they'll keep telling you over and over again. And unfortunately, I just want to get their address and mail them my keyboard and say, why don't you test out? Every button on here works. None of the buttons on here are broken. That being said, you know, people's asking me like, is the capital button broken?
We type the way we type because of one, we're not young teenagers with perfect vision. People have to understand when the internet was first created, it was mostly young people on the internet. Now that everybody is going to cell phones and the internet and everything and not writing the old-fashioned letters, elderly people are getting on the internet. So think about it. People's eyesight is not going to be the best.
Don't get us wrong, we're not elderly.
No, we're middle-aged.
But I come to the fact of, you know, typing how I want, because I don't know you guys out there personally, but what if I was going to your house one day? Well,
and tell you how to do things.
Yeah, you can't eat this, you can't wear that, and stop doing this and stop doing that. You don't know your house in a heartbeat. I know you would. So that being said, leave my typing alone, you know? Stop telling me how to type. I can type how I want, big, little, small, even old-fashioned, old calligraphy writing, if you will.
Yeah, the fancy cursive.
Yeah. So leave my handwriting alone. I don't tell you how to write. You can type it right. I don't care what you do.
Well, and two, by writing in all capitals, yes, I get, back when it was created, that was a form of yelling. But like with what Mark typed at the beginning of our video, he just asked how everyone was doing. That's not yelling. That's not screaming.
It's
that's not getting upset with anybody. So instead of assuming everything, ask, why is it that you type this way? Well, it's our prerogative. We can see the letters better when they're all capitals because, like I explained one other time, a little A and a little O, they look identical to me. So if I want to see what I'm writing, I'm going to have to use capital letters. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here and be like, what did I just type? So
now I come down to it, since we have like a the computer. I use the keyboard. You know, I got a lot of friends up there. I got a lot of friends up there. A lot of times I use the keyboard because personally, I admit this, my actual handwriting looks like chicken scratch. I don't know how many guys out there admit this, like I can, but I think my actual handwriting looks like chicken scratch. So that's why I use an actual keyboard to type my letters to all my friends out there, and that way it's legible, it's readable. I can use any color, any font. They're not going to come back at me. Why are you yelling at me in this letter? Meaning that I use all capital letters. I'm waiting that day to happen. Like, I'm not yelling at you in my letter. It's just I'm using capital letters. I mean, the day I hear back, stop yelling at me in your letter. I'm just going to say, lost your address. You know, it gets old after a while. It's like, you ever eat the same thing every day, and get tired of it? I'm tired of it. I feel like I'm eating the same thing every day.
Mm-hmm.
I hear, the same thing. Is it broken? Why are you using this? Why are you using that? I'm looking for something a little different, something a little different to make the food taste better. I don't know what your favorite food is out there, but imagine you eating your favorite food every day, day in, day out. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Imagine you eating that every day of your life. Don't you get sick of it? I would. It's like I'm eating the same food every day, every life. And it's not getting no different. That being said, it's like the capital letter over and over and over again. I get sick of it, but you guys out there don't care. That's why I hope that every time you watch these videos, hopefully somebody out there listens to this. That way, you guys
don't have to keep explaining it.
Yeah, that way I'm tired of people riding my case about it. I'm sick of it, point blank. If that's how you're gonna tell me, go elsewhere and brag to somebody else and tell them, that you're your boss. I'm gonna believe you. Don't believe me. It gets sickening.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, older people now are starting to use the internet more to correspond with people, and eyesight's not perfect. I mean, even with glasses, I have vision problems. I'm sorry, my eyesight's not 20/20. So, and yes, you can see I wear my glasses all the time, but because I have not been able to go into the eye doctor due to this pandemic and everything, I can't see if I need new glasses. So I have to deal with what I've got. So
I got a pair of glasses myself,
and they're broken now.
I admit that they're broken. They're like framed. I got like a little crack in the top right here, and I was laying in bed one day, and I don't know what I was doing. I put them on, and my lens falls out. I'm like, it's like you lose a tooth in your mouth. You're like,
wait a minute, that's not supposed to be there.
Well, I'm gonna put it under a pillow. I made the tooth fairy come. But anyway, yeah, I put my glass on, and the thing oh, okay, that's not supposed to happen. So now, long story short, now I got to take my glasses back to the shop and get them repaired, or maybe try to get.
They were ordered online. You can't take them to an eyeglasses place. I'm gonna see about getting you a new pair though.
But no, I don't have bad eyesight. It's just the way I want to type. Long story short. So guys, do yourself a favor. Stop writing my case about it. Tell people about it. Okay, just stop. Okay, just stop. If I'm not gonna write your case, don't write mine. That's all I gotta say. But I think we pretty much covered everything
that we want to talk about now. So hopefully in the next few days or so, maybe I can get a video made of the Dollar General store going up and post that.
When next time we're going to town? I forgot to record if I'm going out of town that day.
Well, we won't be going out of town now until next month.
Where are we going?
Shopping.
Oh.
Our once a month shopping trip. It'll be our anniversary when we go.
You hear that? I might record another car race, or a lot of times I think I did it once. Went to a hotel and recorded maybe what it looked like there. But this last trip, I forgot. Sorry. I hope maybe next time we go to a hotel, a motel, I'll show the place looks like. It's not bad at all.
If we get enough money and stuff, maybe we can go to a hotel for our anniversary.
I'll do a little recording, but I'm not going to record that.
No. No, then we'd really lose our channel.
Look, everybody, look what we're doing. Yeah, right.
Sorry, I'm not going to give them that show. I don't want to scare everybody.
No, sorry, folks. I'm being a little funny.
I look bad enough like this.
I had to show you a little humor before I shut down the camera for that.
I don't want everybody in the world to go blind.
Well, I don't look like that. I don't look that great either. I got a little bud down here.
If they want to see Shamu, we'll go to SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Sorry. I joke about myself, folks. Yes, that's me.
See how good you could do that and just get away with it. That's like the capital thing again. I can sit here and say I'm not perfect. How many people out there see? We watch a lot of challenges. I got to challenge you guys. How many out there could admit and go on camera and say, I'm not perfect, I mean it. Not just say it, but mean it. That's a challenge to you guys out there. I want to see if you guys can do it. If you ever go live, say, with your heart attack, say, I'm not perfect.
I make mistakes.
Yeah, that's a real challenge for you. Now let me see if you guys can do it out there. I mean, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. See, I said it again. Can you do that? I doubt it.
I don't think anybody on YouTube other than us could actually admit I'm not perfect. I make mistakes.
Yeah.
Heck, I joke about my own size. I mean, people can see how big I am just from me walking in the background and sitting here. I love to joke about myself because that's how I cope with everyday life. So
See,
if I can't joke about my size, then when somebody else says something bad about me, I would be really hurt. But if I can joke about it, then it doesn't hurt near as much.
See, it's one thing for someone to walk up to you and point at you and laugh in your face and say, well, you look like this, you look like that. That's wrong. That's just being rude. But on the other side of the coin, if you can sit there and joke about yourself, it's not so bad. You know, that's like, remember I was talking about the loose tooth thing? It's like, it's one thing if you can pull the tooth out yourself and wiggle it, and yeah, it might be a little blood, but if you wiggle it out and pull it yourself, that's great. I think back in the day, they used to tie your tooth to a doorknob, slam the door.
That's what
Yeah, that would hurt like, yeah, you
the
know.
Dickens.
Yeah. They used to do that back in the day, but, you know, long story short, you can pull your tooth out by yourself and wiggle it out and say, no, there's a tooth fairy. Underneath the pillow. Yeah, just stuff like that in general.
I think I'm finished. So
Yeah, I'm full.
I think we've covered enough for tonight and stuff. Hopefully,
What do we actually eat out here? I'm full.
hopefully and stuff. I mean, with what I have talked about, I mean, if anybody wants to discuss it, leave a comment. I mean,
Yeah.
or if there's anything you'd like to hear us talk about in another live stream, leave a comment.
You guys, just don't be scared. Just jump on and say something. Just no negativity.
Didn't have that many viewers tonight.
No.
Popped up to 2 tops. But
That was the highest number we got to.
hey, but at least nobody trash talked us.
Yeah.
So that's a positive. We didn't get yelled at tonight in the live stream.
Now I
chat,
got
so.
something reinforced. Every video I'm going to make, or live video, I'm going to say the same thing again. No negativity. No negative comments. If I get this, you're gone. Got it? Good.
All right.
Point
and
blank.
And on that note, I think we're finished for tonight. So
That being said,
good night.
I am Mark.
And I am Heidi.
And we shall see you soon. Adieu.